everyone, it's Kat here. How are you all? Welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would continue on with a project that I had started last night. I need to put together some sentiments for a wishing well that I promised I would help out a lady with some of her wishes. And I knew I had a container full of unmounted sentiments and little verses and things. And honestly, they were such a mess. And I thought, all right, well, I think I better tackle this project. And I searched on YouTube to try and find a good way to do this, and came up with, now I believe it's Craftina. So I will link below the original video that I did watch, and it was such a good idea. So I thought I would just film the last one that I'm going to do and show you what I've done. Okay, so this is what I did, and I ended up getting most of my stamps into 4 of these pockets. So what I'll do is get a lever arch file, and I will put them in the binder. But also what I've done is, if you turn it over, I've stamped everything on the back there, so I can flick through now and I can see at a glance what I've got. So I thought that was a really good idea. And I did discover a little hack for myself, and I don't know if anybody is aware about this, but I found that if you place a stamp, now I haven't tried these type of stamps, so say for example this one here, which has got the rubber mounting on the back. I do have the little acrylic blocks, but sometimes I just find by the time you put that down and you put it on the paper and you press, you don't get a good imprint of the stamp, and then you get all these, sometimes you can get like a bit of smudging on the paper. But what I've discovered is that if I just put that on a ruler like that, and that does stick well, and then I ink it up, and then I can just go into my paper and I can just press it like that, and I've been having really good luck with that. So I don't know, I have not seen anybody doing that in their crafting, but that is a little tip that I am happy to share and pass on. So what I had to do was, now I've got one of these Tim Holtz stamping platforms, so it does make the job a little bit easier, but you can equally do it, with one of the acrylic blocks. So I have got the last of my stamps. Now this is what they look like. These have been cut, but for example these ones here I will need to cut. And to do that, you'll need to get yourself an old pair of scissors, and I just cut like that. Now according to my research, the industry standard is 1/4 of an inch, which in metric is about 6 millimeters. So I just cut there, being very, very careful not to, ruin your image, your stamped image. So I am pretty close there, but I have found that it stamps okay. But the industry standard is 6 millimeters. So I might use my tonic scissors for this because it's a bit sharper. I go around and I cut like that, and then I just take that bit there, so now that I've got it on its own, and then I just go around and I just cut. Now when I cut slightly on an angle like that. I don't know if that's right, but that's how I've been doing it, and I've been testing the stamps and they've been working really well. And then what I do is I just go around and I try, sorry, I'm cutting off camera. I try to sort of get in there as much as I can, but if I can't, I don't worry too much about it. But I just sort of, I think the reason I'm cutting off camera is I don't want to cut my rubber bits on here. But I just take that, see there, I'm just rounding it a little bit, and there we go. So when you do it, they say to be careful not to stress the rubber because that can cause cracks, and then later on that can cause problems for you. But I must say I haven't had that problem. I think these are fairly newish stamps, like, you know, they're not like 10 or 15 years old, put it that way. So the rubber is fairly pliable, so I haven't had a problem with that. So I'm just going to try and neaten that up a little bit. Now, I was doing quite a bit of cutting last night, and I'll say I was getting bits of rubber everywhere, but that's okay. And then I just peel the paper off the back like that. So and then I just come around and just neaten it up, but it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, it's a better way of storing things. Saves a bit of space. So I'll just cut this one here. And I've never properly looked at these sentiment stamps. I bought it in a craft destash, and I just got like a whole bag, and I think I paid like $20-30 or something like that. And I've looked through a few of them, but I've never ever actually looked through a whole lot. So it's been quite good seeing what I've got, and I've got some nice little ones there, which is what I wanted. I was really lacking these type of sentiment stamps. So I'm just going to continue just to trim these down. Now I won't worry too much more about that. I'm cutting off camera only because I'm just sort of collecting the rubber bits to the side. Yeah, so I did stamp some sentiments from some of the ones I've got, and then I've realised that I can't just send them like this, can I? Because of this angel policy. So I think what I'll do is I'll mount them on some cardstock and just sort of make them nice little quotes, and then that way it's a gift, and I think I'll be okay then to do that. Alright, so just finish off these last few. Okay, so what I do is I just sort of collect everything up. I have to take all the paper off. That's the other thing as well. It's got a nice little collection of rubbish on the side here. So it's the weekend. I hope everybody is well. And hearing all over the news about this coronavirus. So I hope you don't have any family that's caught up in that. I mean, it's becoming pretty prevalent out there now with all the news. We got given a handsheet at work, actually, just asking us to, you know, be mindful, and any family or relatives that have travelled recently to China or wherever, and, you know, just details on how it's spread. Oh, gosh. Every time I turn on the radio, that's what I hear. Okay, so I've got a little pile there that I'm ready to go with. All right, so next stage is I get just a sheet of ordinary copy paper. Now, because it doesn't fit in my stamping platform properly, what I do is because it's an A4 sheet of paper. Camera at a funny angle today, so I just want to make sure I'm in screen. So I put down, and then the trick is, of course, to make sure that you've got them the right way up, which sometimes I didn't get that, but I can live with that because I can kind of work out what it is that the stamp says. So I just place them just sort of in some sort of order. These are kind of Father's Day themed ones. But I found some ones that would have been good for Valentine's Day, so I wish I had have had that the other day when I made the Valentine's Day cards. So if you haven't seen that video, just look in my videos on the last, I think it's the one before this that I did. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. I don't do that sort of stuff often, but I did enjoy doing that. All right, so here we go. So I'm coming down to the bottom bits. So that's number 1 dad. And there. I could fit some more on, couldn't I? Let's have a look. It's been pretty cut anyway, so just, yeah, so I don't think I'll get much more there. Alright, so I've got my stamps placed out, so then I just close my lid and carefully lift it up. And one didn't take. Try that again. No, it's not gonna. So I'll just. Oh, this one probably won't stick. There were a couple that just, I don't know, for some reason they're not sticking properly, so we'll see how we go with that. I might move that and manually do that. Okay, so I'm just inking up my my stamps. So it was a bit of a job, but I did it. I just potted through and just got it done. I felt like crafting, but I didn't feel like picking up a project. So I thought, oh, yeah, I'll put together that wishing well, and then that's what got me on to doing this. It's a job that I've been wanting to do for a while. So that's stamped pretty well. That one didn't stamp so good. So I just removed the ones that did stamp well. One of a kind, that was all right. So it's just really these two, wasn't it? And number 1 dad. So yeah, if I take everything else off, and I'll re-ink these ones up. Excuse me for reaching over. I like that best dad ever stamp. That looks good. Yeah, so got a little bit of a line there, but that's all right. Okay, so with this one here, I might try that little trick that I was telling you about with the ruler. So I just put it on my, so it doesn't even stick. So there's something stopping it from sticking. It's probably an older stamp, I would say. Well, let's see how we go. No, it's not going to stick. It sort of is. Very, very, very heavy line around it. Okay, I'm just gonna take it in there and just gently stamp it. I probably got it upside down. There we go, that was not too bad. Okay, so then what I do is I move my piece of paper up, and then I can stamp this bottom bit here. So I'll get these other stamps. It's nice seeing all your bits. Oh, that didn't come out too good, did it? It's nice seeing, like, when you've got messy storage and then you find a solution that works, and it's nice seeing it come together. I like it. Makes me want to use my things more. You know, probably if you did it at an angle, leaning in. So what I mean is like that, hopefully you can see that. That might help reduce getting that border around the image. I didn't think about that, I just thought that now as I was cutting. You can see why I was cutting off camera, because I didn't want to get all these rubbery bits all over the paper. Okay, I can't even read some of these. So I went out this morning and did a few chores, and I got my dog some meat. So she's got meat for a while. Partner's asleep. He did night shift last night, but he's got the next few days off, so that's nice. So we've got tonight that we can spend together. So I won't get any crafting done tonight. We'll probably just watch a movie, have something to eat and watch a movie. Sounds like a nice night. Okay. Now, I have kind of got a bit of an imprint there. I try to avoid that, but too late now because I've done all this stamping, so I'm going to be using this piece of paper. All right, so there we go. So I've got my sheet. So now what I'll do is I will laminate this piece of paper, and then I'll clean up my stamps and get all the ink off them, and then I will be back and I'll show you the result. Okay, so I've placed all the stamps on the back, and I'm just in the process now of just slipping it in. Now they do stick down pretty good on these laminated you know, pieces of paper. So I will just down there. So there we have it, and then next job is to get myself hop down to Officeworks or something, and I'll get myself like a big white lever arch file, and then I can put these in. But this is where they were in this little tray here, and they were just a huge mess, and one has come off. But yeah, just some of them I just don't seem to have that stickiness to them anymore, so I don't know what I'll do there. I don't really want to put sticky tape, but I'll sort of, I don't know, work out a solution otherwise. Yeah, so I just thought I wanted to pass on that tip for you. It's just a nice way now. I mean, obviously I won't be heavy-handed with it. I will be careful, but I think it's just an awesome way of organising my unmounted stamps. So I hope you get some inspiration from that. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.